Now the topic is three-phase rectifiers, right? That is three-phase AC to DC converters, right? So the first topic is three-phase half-wave control uncontrolled rectifier, right? Why this is known as uncontrolled rectifier? Uncontrolled in the sense what we are not going to give any kind of control signal like firing angle to the particular device. So that is the only reason we are saying it as uncontrolled rectifier. Here we are using the diodes here, right? See, we already know one basic thing that the phases, right? The phases in a three phase, right? They are going to be displaced by 120 degrees like this, right? They are going to be displaced by 120 degrees like this. That is, it is A phase, this is B, and this is C. So the displacement, they are going to be displaced by total of 120 degrees. So A to B, and then there is a 120 degrees displacement over here, and here it is 120, and from A to C, if it is going like this, it is 240, whatever it may be. So that is the only reason what's going on, what is happening. So we are going to have the values like VAN of t equal to, right, VAB, sorry, Vm sine omega t, and VBN of t equal to Vm sine omega t minus 120 degrees, and VCN of t equal to Vm sine, right, omega t minus 240 degrees, or we can consider Vm sine omega t plus 120 degrees, whatever it may be, right? So that means all the phases are going to be displaced by how many degrees? 120 degrees. So that is what that is what you have to remember, the basic issue, right? And another basic thing you have to remember, that if it is a star connection, right, if it is a star connection, then V phase equal to VL by root 3, right, and I phase equal to IL. So all these basics you have already known, but these are some kind of what revising of these basics, right? Revision of these basics. And if it is delta connection, right, if it is delta connection, then V phase equal to VL and I phase equal to IL, right? So IL by root 3, right? I sorry, IL by root 3. Now these are the things you have to remember, right? Now these are the things you have to remember. And the line voltage is going to be given as, it is the voltage between two lines, that is VAB equal to VA minus VB. So V, that is VAN minus VBN, right? So VAN is nothing but VM sin omega t, and VBN if is nothing but VM sin omega t minus 120. So if at all you are going to solve these particular conditions, you are going to get VAB of t equal to root 3 into VM cos omega t minus 60 degrees, right? Similarly, VBC root 3 Vm cos omega t minus 120, 180 degrees. VCA equal to root 3 Vm cos omega t plus 60 degrees. I request you people, right? I request you people to go through the PPT so that you will come across doing anything. Otherwise, it is very simple. VAB of t equal to VN of t minus VBN of t. Just you have to apply the trigonometrical analysis, so that will be very easy for you people. So you can easily grab the you can easily get the equation, right? So these are some kind of basics you have to remember in case of in case of the concepts dealing with three phase rectifiers, right? Anyhow, we'll be switching towards this three phase half wave uncontrolled rectifier operation, right? So this is the basic block diagram of three-phase half-wave uncontrolled rectifier, right? Only three diodes we are having. See, this is the diode, and voltage across the diode is VD1, diode D2, and diode D3. And this is the load which I have been connected over here, right? Which is the load. This is the load which I have been connected over here, right? So now what's happening? So this is A phase, B phase, and C phase, and I have not represented the currents over here. The currents used to flow in this particular fashion: A phase and B phase and C phase. At IA, oh yeah, I have shown here IA, IB, and IC, right? So now, how we are going to analyze this, right? How we are going to analyze this? That is very very important, right? So I'm showing you the waveform. I'm showing you the three phase waveform. So this is A phase. Let me suppose. Let me write it right. This is A phase, this is B phase, and this is C phase, right? So for the sake of your understanding itself, I have used three different colored pens. See, A phase, B phase, and C phase, right? So now you have to remember one thing. So when the diode is going to be on. So the diode, if I consider a diode like this, right? If I consider a diode like this, we are having two things, that is anode and cathode, right? When anode potential is more positive, right? When anode is more positive with respect to cathode, then only the diode is going to be on, right? On in the sense what? Short circuit condition. So when the anode potential is negative, when the cathode potential is positive with respect to anode potential, then the diode is going to be off. Understood or what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying you, right? So what's happening here? So that is the only reason. So in this particular configuration, whenever you come across highest anode potential, right? Whenever you come across highest anode potential across any kind of diode, that particular diode is going to be turned on. So that means if we want to make this D1 as higher potential, right? If you want to make D1 to be conducting, then the anode potential of this D1 should be higher than the anode potentials of both these two particular, right? So this is what you have to remember. Understood or what I'm saying? For example, right? If it is 15 volts here, right? If it is 15 volts here, if in the sense what? D1, let me change the pen, wait for a while. Let D1 anode potential is of 15 volts and D2 potential is of 10 volts and D3 potential is of 5 volts. Let me suppose, right? So let me suppose as D1 anode potential is very high compared to these three people, so D1 will be what? On, right? D1 will be what? On. So D1 will get on, right? Now how these two people are going to be off? So if D1 is on, definitely these two people should be off, right? So how it is going to be on? So if it is 15 volts, right? If it is 15 volts, then let me suppose it is going to be on. So short circuited over here, right? Short circuited. So short circuited in the sense what? So this 15 volts, 15 up to so on, 15 volts will appear across this particular node. Understood? Or as it is a short circuit, right? 15 volts will appear across this particular node. Now we are having 10 volts here. The reason is what? Anode potential of 10 D2 is 10 volts, but we are getting the cathode potential as 15 volts here, as it is the voltage you are going to get. So now you tell me, so cathode potential is more greater than the anode potential here, so that is the only reason it is going to be reverse biased over here. So similarly here the cathode diode D3 potential is 5 volts and you are going to get 15 volts here. So 15 volts in the sense this is the voltage you are going to get, right? So cathode potential is more when compared to anode potential. That is the only reason what is going to be happen. It is going to be open circuited. So in this particular fashion, what is going to be happen? So this diode D2 and diode D3 are going to be what? Open circuited. That means what? Off condition I can consider, right? Off condition. So as two people are in off condition, if you clearly imagine one thing here, so it is in open circuit and it is in open circuit, right? See, I'm not drawing the equivalent representations. You please try to imagine yourself, right? So this is open circuit and this is the open circuit. So entire thing I can remove this particular portion. So if I'm going to remove this particular portion, what is going to be happen, what is going to be happen? So this is A phase, right? It is short circuited. A phase, A phase, A phase, A phase, A. You are going to get A over here. See, I told you, I forgot to write here. This is N, neutral. So this and what's we are having? See, this is A phase across this one, and this N has been connected to the second phase. So what is going to happen? You are going to get output voltage, right? You are going to get output voltage V0 as VAN, right? VAN, which is nothing but what? Phase voltage, right? Which is nothing but what? Phase voltage. Understood or what I'm saying? Yes. So this is the analysis, right? And you have to remember one thing: each and every diode in a three-phase rectifier, half-wave controlled uncontrolled, three-phase half-wave uncontrolled rectifier, each and every diode is going to be conducting for 120 degrees, right? Each and every diode is conducting for 120 degrees. Now, so let me draw the waveforms, right? Let me draw the waveforms, and this configuration is called as what? Common cathode configuration. Common cathode configuration. That means what? All the cathodes are connected to a common point that is known as P, Understood? So this is known as common cathode configuration. Let me draw some kind of waveforms so that you will understand what sort of things are going on, right? So let me draw the waveforms, right? See here, I told you each and every diode is going to be conducting for 120 degrees. Now if you clearly observe one thing here, right? Now if you clearly observe one thing here, from in between 30 to 150, right? In between 30 to 150, A phase is more positive when compared to B and C phases, right? A phase is more positive when compared to B and C phases. So that is the only reason. So which is more positive? A phase is more positive. So A phase has been connected to diode D1. So that is the only reason you are going to get an output voltage. That is what VAN, right? VAN is going to be obtained over here. This is A phase, right? VAN is going to be obtained over here. And similarly, from 150 to 270, B is more positive when compared to A and C. So that's the only reason what's going to be happen. So here from 150 to 270, B phase is conducting, that means diode D2 is going to be conducting. And similarly from 270 to 390, so it is C phase is more positive when compared to what B and A and B phases. So that is the only reason what is going to be happen. It's like diode D1 is going to be conducting over here, and diode D2 is going to be conducting over here, and diode D3 will be conducting here. And moreover, it is A phase, that is what you are having, right? A phase, phase A, phase B and phase C. Understood? Over. See, this is 390. So for we have one entire cycle as 360 degrees, at 360 degrees. So what's happening with the remaining condition? This portion, right? This portion 360 to 390, this portion is 30 degrees, and that 30 degrees will be what this C phase here we are going to conduct that 30 degrees, right? That 30 degrees. So this is what the C phase we are having, and D3 is going to be conducting over here. I hope you come across this particular condition, right? So this is what we actually have, right? This is what we actually have. And moreover, right, we have to consider each and everything in this particular fashion. This is the way of analyzing how the three-phase half-wave uncontrolled rectifier is going to be operated, right? Is going to be operated. This is the way of analyzing, right? Now the next thing is what now I'm going to draw what I mean to say. I'm going to draw the voltage across the diode, right? Voltage across the diode, that is very important. So let me show you how we are going to draw the voltage across the diode, right? Yeah. So let me tell you let me tell you how we are going to draw the voltage across the diode D1, right? So if diode D1 is going to be conducting, right? If diode D1 is going to be conducting, then VD1, right? VD1, so voltage across the diode D1 will be short circuited up to some time, right? Short circuited, right? Now that means from 30 to 150 it is going to be conducting D1, so it is going to be short circuited, right? Now from 150 to 270, if you clearly observe one thing, from 150 to 270, then what is going to be happen? D2 is going to be conducting here, right? D2 is going to be conducting. So let me suppose here D2 is going to be conducting in the sense what? Remaining two diodes are in off position. So D2 is going to be conducting in the sense what? It is going to be short circuited like this. As it is going to be short circuited, and remaining two are in open circuited like this, open circuited. Understood? Or please imagine these two are dots as open circuited, right? Now see, this A is connected over here, right, up to this particular thing, and as it is B, so as it is short circuited, this B phase has been connected over to this particular condition. So what is the open circuited voltage you are going to get? This is VAB. At VAB you are going to get VAB, right? VAB you are going to get. So we have the relation VAB of t equal to root 3 into Vm cos omega t minus 60 degrees. VAB of t is nothing but what? VAN minus VBN, that is Vm sin omega t minus Vm sin omega t minus 120. So upon calculating that particular thing, you are going to get this particular relation, right? So VAB of t equal to root 3 into Vm cos omega t minus 60 degrees. Now, so what's going to be happen? So if at all I'm going to provide the value of, right, if at all I'm going to provide the value of omega t equal to 240 degrees, right? Omega t equal to 240 degrees, right? So what's going to be happen? So at omega t equal to 240 degrees, I am going to get the value as root 3 into root 3 times Vm. So please, and I request you people to calculate this particular condition. So at omega t equal to 240, right? So 240 minus 60 is what? Cos 300. Sorry, cos 180, right? Cos 180. So cos 180 is nothing but what? It is minus 1, right? Cos 180 is minus 1. Ante kada, sorry. Is it right? 240 minus 60, it is cos 180. So cos 180 is minus 1. So minus root 3 Vm. So VAB of t equal to minus root 3 Vm. So this is what minus you are having, right? Negative axis. So root 3 Vm. So I can consider we are having this particular condition. Understood or what I'm saying? And now at omega t equal to 270 degrees. At omega t equal to 270 degrees. So 270 minus 60. How much it is 270 minus 60? It is almost about 210 degrees. So cos 210 degrees, we are going to get 1.5. That is 3 by 2 Vm. That is 1.5. So that is also that will be also in what? Negative fashion. So 1.5 Vm you are going to get. Understood or? And then this is what in case of VAB. So I would like to join here. So joining this particular thing like this, right? Joining this particular thing like this. Understood or? And then now at this particular condition 270, C phase is going to be conducting, that is D3 is going to be conducting here, right? See D3. So as D3 is going to be conducting, so it is going to be short circuited like this. So this C is going to be connected over particular condition C here, and we are having A here. So what is the voltage you are going to get? VAC of t. So we got the values of VAC of t, right? Root 3 Vm sin root 3 Vm cos omega t plus 60 degrees. So now at omega t equal to 330, sorry, at omega t equal to 270, you are going to get the same 1.5 Vm value over here, right? Sorry, I'm sorry, wait. At omega t equal to 330, right? At omega t equal to 330, you are going to get the value as 330 plus 60 degrees, 390. So cos 390, if you are going to get this particular condition, so at omega t equal to 330, you are going to get the value as minus root 3 times Vm. So that is what you have to remember. And if you clearly observe one thing, and if you go for omega t equal to 390 degrees, you are going to get the value as 0. So you are going to get the value like this is the condition you are going to find. This is the condition you are going to find. So that means what? You have to apply the values over here. You have to apply the values over these particular condition. If you want to know this particular condition, you have to remember each and everything in a proper fashion, right? How the values are going to be displaced, etc., right? So now, so this thing is related to VAB of t, this portion, and this portion is related to VAC of t. So this is 1.5 times of Vm, right? So in this way, we are going to analyze a three-phase half-wave uncontrolled rectifier, right? Three-phase half-wave uncontrolled rectifier. That is with the help of diodes we are having, right? So in the next we'll be for talking about more and more things regarding three-phase full wave, half wave control rectifiers and full wave control rectifiers for different types of loads, right? Thank you.